All right, so get this. We're diving into a future that could like totally reshape music as we know it. A decentralized music industry.
Yeah.
Like imagine a world where artists, call the shots and fans are actual partners, like in the music they love.
Oh, wow.
No more corporate like overlords.
Yeah, yeah.
No more unfair contracts, just like pure creative energy.
Right.
Flowing directly between artists and their audience.
That would be amazing. What's really cool is that it's not just like a dream or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the tools to like build this future, they're already here,
Roll.
And this frustration with the current system, it's like palpable, It's really creating like fertile ground for a real revolution.
Cool. So to like guide us through this deep dive, we have Matthew Wallace's white paper. It's called Decentralized Music Industry, DMI.
Right.
And also his article, What Would Happen If We Decentralized the Music Industry?
Yeah, yeah.
He lays out a very compelling vision.
He does.
And more importantly, like a roadmap for how to get there.
Yeah, and what I thought was really interesting was that he doesn't just like shy away from the challenges.
Yeah.
He tackles them like head on.
Right.
And proposes solutions, even suggesting like how the big labels might adapt.
Oh, wow.
Or, be left behind.
Okay, so let's get down to the nitty-gritty.
Okay.
Why is this DMI so necessary?
Well, I think you only have to look at like the struggles of artists today to see the cracks in the current system. We've all heard the stories of musicians trapped in these contracts that essentially like strip them of their creative freedom and like a huge chunk of their earnings.
Yeah, those stories are like really disheartening.
Yeah.
Especially when you think about artists, pouring their heart and soul into their work only to be treated like commodities.
Well, and Wallace calls out these contracts, right?
Yeah.
Which are often laden with debt cycles, for production and marketing advances
Right.
that artists may never recoup. It's a system that keeps them, dependent on the whims of the label instead of fostering, independence.
It's almost like it's designed to like stifle creativity instead of nurturing it.
Yeah, and it goes beyond just like the financial aspects.
Yeah.
I mean, the pressure to like churn out commercially viable hits, like, often dictated by algorithms or, market trends, that can really stifle artistic exploration and experimentation.
Yeah, that makes sense. It must be so frustrating for like artists who want to push boundaries and express themselves authentically, but feel pressured to conform to what they think will sell.
And then you have the, the streaming platforms, which have become like the dominant way that people consume music these days.
Yeah.
But they often offer a pittance to artists, fractions of a penny per stream.
It's almost unbelievable that a song can like rack up millions of streams and the artist barely sees a dime.
It's a real problem. But what's inspiring is we're seeing artists like, Tom McDonald, Steve Vai, Joe Bonamassa, really like forging their own paths.
Right.
Finding success outside the traditional label system.
So it's not just a pipe dream. Like there are artists already proving you don't need a major label to make it.
They're demonstrating that by owning their publishing rights, controlling, distribution, and prioritizing artistic integrity, they can thrive on their own terms. And that's like the kind of spirit that really fuels the DMI vision.
So instead of like just a few artists, breaking free, like the entire industry could operate on this principle of independence and artistic freedom.
Yeah, precisely. Wallace paints a picture where artists own like 100% of their music, their publishing rights, and the fruits of their labor, the royalties.
And this is where blockchain comes in, right?
Blockchain is a fundamental building block for this new music landscape.
Okay.
Think of it as a secure, transparent digital ledger that can track and verify ownership, transactions, agreements, in a tamper-proof way.
I know blockchain gets, associated with cryptocurrencies, but it sounds like its applications go way beyond that.
Oh, absolutely. Imagine a music registry built on the blockchain where artists can register their songs claiming like irrefutable ownership No more disputes, no more shady dealings,
Okay,
just
yeah.
clear, verifiable proof of who created what.
That sounds like a breath of fresh air
Yeah.
for artists who've been battling for recognition
Right.
and fair compensation for their work.
And remember those exploitative contracts we were talking about?
Yeah.
Blockchain can help dismantle that system
Okay.
by introducing smart contracts.
Right.
These are essentially self-executing agreements coded on the blockchain,
Hmm.
ensuring that everyone involved gets paid their fair share
Right.
instantly and automatically.
Wow.
Every time a song is streamed, purchased, or used.
That would be revolutionary. No
Yeah.
more waiting like months for royalty checks or wondering if someone's like skimming off the top.
And it extends beyond streaming, too. Imagine decentralized marketplaces
Okay.
where artists can connect directly with fans, selling music, offering exclusive content,
Okay.
even co-creating with their most dedicated supporters.
So it sounds like a paradigm shift
Yeah.
from a model of gatekeepers
Right.
and intermediaries.
To a direct connection between artists and their audience. That must be incredibly empowering.
For both sides.
Yeah, that's really the core of it.
Yeah.
This isn't just about technology.
Right.
It's about shifting the power dynamics and building a more equitable and vibrant ecosystem for music to thrive.
So, like, what would this mean for companies like, major labels, streaming platforms? Will they just, like, disappear?
That's the million-dollar question, and one that that Wallace addresses pretty thoughtfully. I mean,
Okay.
it's unlikely that they'll just vanish overnight,
Right.
but they'll definitely need to adapt.
So how might they, fit into this new world? What would their role be?
They could become enablers, offering services like marketing, distribution,
Okay.
mentorship.
Right.
A far cry from being the gatekeepers that they are now.
So more like partners or facilitators.
Yeah.
Who support artists' independence
Exactly.
instead of like controlling them.
Precisely. Or, they might face some stiff competition
Right.
from smaller, decentralized labels that embodies the principles of fairness and transparency.
Yeah.
Right from the ground up.
So it's not about eliminating like companies altogether, but
Right.
but about like creating a more level playing field where power isn't just concentrated in the hands of a few.
Yeah. That's the spirit of it. The
Right.
decentralized music industry is about, fostering diversity, equity,
Right.
and ultimately a more vibrant and creatively fulfilling landscape
Yeah.
for everyone who loves music.
This is also like incredibly exciting.
Yeah.
But are there like any real world examples of this happening right now?
Oh, absolutely.
Like, are there artists and platforms already embracing these ideas?
That's where things get really interesting.
Okay.
We're seeing a wave of innovation and experimentation with artists pushing boundaries and platforms emerging
Right.
that are built on these principles.
Well, that's what I want to hear more about. Like, what are some of these examples?
Well, one of the most fascinating developments is the use of NFTs,
Okay.
or non-fungible tokens,
Right.
to revolutionize how artists interact with fans
Okay.
and monetize their work.
Okay. I've heard of NFTs,
Yeah.
but I'm not exactly sure how they, apply to music. Can you break that down for me?
Think of an NFT as a unique digital certificate of ownership
Okay.
recorded on the blockchain. It can be attached to anything digital, including songs, albums, artwork,
Okay.
even virtual concert tickets.
So instead of just like buying a digital copy, I could actually own a piece of the music
Yeah,
through an NFT.
Exactly. And that ownership can come with special perks,
Yeah.
depending on how the artist designs it. It could be access to exclusive content, merchandise, behind-the-scenes experiences,
Oh, wow.
even voting rights on decisions about the artist's career.
Wow, that takes fan engagement to a whole new level. It's like becoming a co-creator.
It really is. And for artists, NFTs provide a direct line to their most passionate fans,
Okay.
a way to bypass those traditional gatekeepers
Right.
and build a community around their work.
Yeah.
You know, they can offer limited edition releases,
Right.
unique experiences,
Hmm.
even share future royalties with NFT holders.
So it's like crowdfunding, but like on steroids. Fans
Yeah.
can like invest in the music they love and share in the artist's success.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
And because everything is tracked on the blockchain, it's it's transparent
Right.
and secure.
Yeah.
Both the artist and the fans know exactly what they're getting,
Hmm.
and there's no risk of fraud or shady dealings.
So it's like building trust and transparency into the like DNA of the music industry. That sounds like a much needed change.
It is, and that trust is the foundation for a more sustainable
Right.
and equitable ecosystem for music.
So NFTs are clearly a big piece of this decentralized puzzle.
Mhm.
What are some of the other ways that artists and fans are like building this revolution?
One of the most exciting developments is the emergence of decentralized streaming platforms.
Mhm.
Imagine platforms owned and governed by artists and fans,
Okay.
not big corporations.
So instead of like Spotify or Apple Music,
Right.
where algorithms and corporate interests often dictate, what gets heard,
Yeah.
these platforms would be like more democratic
Yeah, yeah.
and artist centric.
Exactly. Imagine a platform where artists have a voice
Right.
in how it operates.
Okay.
You know, where revenue is distributed fairly
Right.
based on transparent metrics.
Yeah.
And where fans can directly support
Right.
artists they love.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
No more like feeling like you're at the mercy of algorithms or giant tech companies.
And it's not just about fairer compensation.
Right.
These platforms could be designed to foster community and collaboration.
Hmm.
You know, artists could connect with each other, share resources,
Yeah.
even co-create music together.
It's like creating a like whole new ecosystem for music.
Yeah.
One that's built on shared values of fairness,
Mm-hmm.
collaboration,
Yeah.
and creative freedom.
You got it. And what's really exciting is that this isn't just a futuristic vision.
Right.
There are already platforms out there
Oh, cool.
experimenting with these ideas,
Yeah.
using blockchain to track royalties, give artists more control,
Okay.
and even experimenting with DAO governance models.
DEO governance. That's something we haven't touched on yet.
Right, a DAO or a decentralized autonomous organization
Right.
is essentially a way for a community to govern itself
Okay.
using blockchain technology.
Right.
You know, think of it as a set of rules and protocols
Hmm.
encoded into the system
Right.
that everyone has to follow.
So it's like a self-governing system, distributed and transparent.
Yeah.
That ensures like fairness
Mm-hmm.
and accountability.
Exactly. There's no single point of failure or control.
Right.
Power and responsibility are distributed
Yeah.
among the community.
Okay.
You know, it's a fascinating concept with huge potential for a DMI.
It sounds incredibly complex, though.
Yeah.
Would the average like artist or fan, even be able to participate in something like that?
Well, that's one of the challenges that we'll delve into later.
Right.
But the beauty of this movement is that it's still early.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
as it evolves, user-friendly platforms and tools will emerge, making it easier for everyone to participate.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like with any new technology.
Yeah.
There's an initial like learning curve,
Yeah, yeah.
but as it becomes more mainstream,
Right.
it becomes more accessible to everyone.
Exactly. And just like we've seen with social media
Mhm.
or online communities,
Mhm.
people find creative ways to adapt and engage. The
Mhm.
same will happen with DMI.
Yeah. Yeah.
As more and more artists and fans realize its potential.
So I'm curious, like, what are some of the things that artists can do right now to kind of embrace this decentralized future?
Well, the first step is to educate yourself.
Right.
about your rights as an artist.
Mm.
You know, explore these new technologies like blockchain,
Right.
NFTs,
Mm-hmm.
and don't be afraid to experiment
Yeah.
with alternative distribution channels
Oh.
like Bandcamp or Patreon.
So it's about like taking control
Yeah.
of your career
Right.
and not waiting for permission from those traditional gatekeepers.
Exactly. Build your own path, connect directly with your fans,
Yeah.
and find your voice.
Mm.
You know, within this emerging ecosystem.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there are already resources and communities out there that can help you kind of
Right.
navigate this new landscape.
What about fans?
Yeah.
What role can they play in supporting this movement?
Well, for fans, it's about being more than just passive listeners. You know,
Mhm.
seek out artists
Mm.
who are embracing these
Yeah.
decentralized models,
Yeah.
support them directly,
Yeah.
you know, through platforms like Patreon
Mm.
or by buying their NFTs,
Right.
you know, and spread the word
Yeah.
about the power of DMI.
So it's about being an active participant, contributing to the ecosystem
Yeah, yeah.
and helping to shape the future of music.
Exactly. Your choices matter.
Hmm.
By supporting artists
Yeah.
who are pushing for change, you're helping to build a more equitable and creatively fulfilling music industry,
Right.
you know, for everyone.
I'm feeling so inspired by all of this.
Yeah.
But I'd be remiss if I didn't ask about the challenges.
Yeah.
What are like some of the obstacles that this decentralized music movement, might face?
That's a great question and a crucial one to consider.
Yeah.
We'll dive into those challenges head on in the next part
Okay.
of our deep dive.
Yeah, I'm definitely eager to hear more about that.
Okay.
But before we move on, I want to take a moment to just like really let all of this sink in.
Yeah.
It's truly inspiring to imagine a future where music is like freed from the constraints of the traditional industry,
right,
and flourishes in a decentralized,
right,
artist-driven ecosystem.
It is, and it's not just about music.
Right.
It's about empowering creativity and human connection in a way that that benefits everyone.
Well said.
Yeah.
I'm ready to explore those challenges and see how we can like work together.
Yeah.
To overcome them.
Sounds good.
Oh.
Okay, so let's unpack some of those some of the hurdles a decentralized music industry might face.
Yeah.
You know, one of the biggest I think is simply just getting people on board with this this new way of thinking.
It's like anything that disrupts the status quo.
Yeah.
Right. People are just comfortable with what they know,
right.
even if it isn't ideal.
Exactly. Many artists and fans are just accustomed to the traditional music industry model,
Yeah.
warts and all. So breaking away from that takes a conscious effort.
So education is key, like helping people understand not just how this new system works,
yeah,
but why it's so important.
Absolutely. We need to demystify these concepts like blockchain, NFTs, DAOs, and show people how they translate into tangible benefits.
I can see how some artists might be intimidated by the tech side of things.
Yeah.
They just want to create music.
Right.
Not become blockchain experts.
That's a fair point.
Right.
But remember, just as the internet, revolutionized how music is shared and consumed,
right.
We're now seeing tools emerge that make this technology more user-friendly and accessible.
Yeah. So it's about empowering artists to participate.
Yeah.
Without needing a computer science degree.
Exactly, and it's not just about the tech either. It's about fostering a shift in mindset. We need to move away from this idea that the music industry has to be this top-down structure controlled by a few powerful entities.
Right. It's about breaking free.
Yeah.
From that old mentality.
Yeah.
And embracing a more collaborative.
Right.
And community-driven approach.
Precisely. And that's a cultural shift
Yeah.
that requires participation from both, artists and fans.
What about the concern that these new technologies could be exploited, by bad actors?
Yeah.
We've seen that happen
Yeah.
in other areas. So it's a valid concern.
It is a valid concern, but remember, one of the core strengths of blockchain is its transparency.
Right.
Every transaction is recorded and verifiable, making it much harder
Right.
for malicious activity
Right.
to go unnoticed.
Yeah, it's like a built-in system
Yeah.
of checks and balances.
Exactly. And as we touched upon earlier,
Yeah.
establishing strong community governance, potentially through DAOs, can create rules and protocols that protect against exploitation.
So it's about the community itself, like setting standards
Yeah,
and holding each other accountable.
exactly.
That's powerful.
It is, and it's and it's important to note that the DMI movement is still in its early stages. So as it matures, we'll see even more robust security measures
Right.
and best practices emerge.
Speaking of early stages,
Yeah.
is scalability a potential issue?
Yeah.
What happens when millions
Yeah.
of artists and fans
Right.
are all interacting on this decentralized network?
Yeah.
Can the technology handle it?
Well, scalability is definitely a challenge, but it's not unique to DMI.
Right.
Any emerging technology
Right.
faces growing pains as adoption increases.
So it's a hurdle to overcome,
Mhm.
but not a deal breaker.
Exactly. I mean, think about the early days of the internet. I
Right.
mean, it was slow, clunky, and prone to crashes.
Yeah.
But the potential was so transformative
Right.
that people found ways
Yeah.
to adapt and innovate, and the same will happen with NMI.
So we need to be patient.
Yeah.
And trust that solutions will emerge
Mhm.
as the technology matures.
Exactly, and thankfully there are already some brilliant minds
Yeah.
working on solutions.
Mhm.
For example, layer 2 scaling solutions and purpose-built blockchains
Okay.
designed for high volume transactions are already being developed.
It's encouraging to know that those challenges
Yeah.
are being addressed proactively.
It is. This is a movement driven by passionate people
Right.
who believe in a better future for music.
Mhm.
They're not going to let these hurdles stand in their way.
This all sounds so exciting and full of potential.
It is.
But for the average listener,
Yeah.
who might be hearing about this for the first time,
Yeah.
what can they do to kind of get involved
Mhm.
and support this movement?
Well, for starters, educate yourself.
Okay.
Dive deeper into these concepts like blockchain, NFTs,
Yeah.
DAOs, and the principles of decentralization.
Right.
The more the more you understand, the more empowered you'll be to participate.
So knowledge is power, as they say.
Absolutely, and remember, this is a community-driven movement.
Mhm.
So engage with others who share your passion.
Yeah.
Join online forums.
Yeah.
Attend conferences.
Yeah.
Connect with artists who are already exploring this space.
Yeah, it's about being an active participant,
Yeah.
not just a bystander.
Exactly. Share your ideas.
Mhm.
Ask questions and contribute to the conversation.
Yeah.
Your voice matters.
And if I'm an artist
Yeah.
who's feeling inspired by this vision,
Right.
but also overwhelmed
Yeah.
by the prospect of diving into this new world,
Yeah.
what advice would you give?
Take it one step at a time.
Okay.
Don't feel like you need to become an expert
Right.
in blockchain overnight.
Right.
Start by exploring resources, connect with other artists who are already on this path,
Yeah.
and experimenting
Okay.
with platforms like Bandcamp or Patreon
Yeah.
that offer more control
Right.
and direct connection with fans.
So it's about finding your own pace.
Yeah.
And discovering what works best for you
Yeah.
as an artist.
Exactly. There's no one size fits all approach, but the important thing is to embrace the spirit
Yeah.
of this movement, which is about reclaiming your power, prioritizing your creative vision,
Right.
and connecting authentically with your audience.
That's incredibly empowering.
It is.
It sounds like this movement is about so much more than just technology.
Yeah.
It's about fostering a cultural shift
Right.
in how we value and support music and artists.
You're absolutely right. It's about shifting the focus from profit-driven models to a more human-centered approach that celebrates creativity, collaboration, and the shared joy of music.
Okay, I'm ready to wrap my head around those challenges.
Yeah.
What are some of the biggest hurdles that this decentralized music movement might face?
Well, besides the ones we've already discussed, there are a few key challenges that are worth exploring in detail.
Okay, let's hear them.
Okay.
I'm all ears.
One of the biggest potential roadblocks, I think, is resistance from the existing power players in the industry, the major labels and streaming platforms.
Right.
They have a lot to lose if this decentralized model takes hold.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
They've built their empires on the current system, and change can be threatening.
Exactly. So we can expect pushback from those who benefit from the status quo.
Right.
They might try to co-opt the movement, or even actively lobby against it.
So it's almost like a David versus Goliath situation with these independent artists and passionate fans challenging a massive entrenched industry.
It is in some ways, but remember, history is full of examples of seemingly small movements that sparked monumental change.
So we can't underestimate the power of collective action.
Right.
And a shared vision.
Exactly. And what's encouraging is that the tools and ideas for a DMI are already out there and spreading rapidly.
Yeah.
More and more artists are realizing they don't need to rely on this traditional gatekeepers to succeed.
And more fans are craving authentic connections with artists and in a more meaningful way to engage with the music they love.
It's a perfect storm brewing.
I love that. It's about creating a community, a movement, a shared vision for a more equitable and creatively fulfilling music industry.
That's right.
I love that. It's about taking back the power and putting it where it belongs in the hands of the creators and the fans.
Precisely. And it's not just about reclaiming power.
Right.
It's about building something new, something better.
Okay, I'm fired up. What are some of the specific things that artists and fans can do to address those challenges and and help build this decentralized future for music?
Well, there are a lot of ways, to contribute.
Right.
And it really depends on, your individual strengths and passions. But here are a few ideas.
Okay, lay it on me. What can artists and fans do to tackle these challenges and really push this DMI movement forward?
Well, for artists, I think one of the most powerful things you can do is lead by example. Embrace those alternative platforms, experiment with NFTs,
Right.
and demonstrate that a successful, independent music career is possible outside the traditional
It's
system.
about being pioneers, like showing the world that there's a different way, a better way.
Exactly. And don't underestimate the power of community.
Right.
Connect with other artists who share your vision,
Yeah.
support each other, collaborate,
Right.
and amplify each other's voices.
But like building a network of mutual support, like a collective force for change.
And for fans, I think the most important thing you can do is be conscious consumers.
Okay.
Seek out artists who are embracing these decentralized models
Right.
and support them directly.
So put your money where your mouth is.
Yeah.
Buy their music, attend their shows, become patrons on platforms like Patreon.
Exactly. And don't just consume passively.
Yeah.
Get involved in the conversation.
Okay.
Join online forums, participate in DAOs,
Right.
spread the word about DMI on social media, help educate others about the possibilities and the benefits.
It's like that old saying, be the change you want to see in the world.
Precisely. Every action,
Right.
every choice contributes to shaping the future.
And when it comes to pushing back against resistance from the major players,
Yeah.
what strategies can artists and fans employ?
I think it's about raising awareness
Okay.
and building a movement that's too big to ignore. Artists can leverage their platforms to speak out about the need for change, to educate their fans about DMI,
Right.
and advocate for fairer practices within the industry.
They have a unique voice and a powerful platform to reach a large audience.
And fans can amplify those messages, sharing them on social media, contacting their elected officials, and supporting organizations
Right.
that are fighting for artists' rights.
It's about creating a groundswell of support, like a collective voice demanding change.
Exactly. And don't underestimate the power of your wallet. By choosing to support artists who are embracing DMI and by boycotting platforms or companies that perpetuate unfair practices,
Right.
fans can send a clear message that they're no longer willing to tolerate the status quo.
It's about voting with your dollars, showing the industry where your loyalties lie.
And remember, change rarely happens overnight. It takes time, persistence, and a belief in the possibility of a better future.
It's like planting a seed
Uh-huh.
and nurturing it, knowing that it might take time to blossom, but that the end result will be worth the wait.
Beautifully said. And that's what's so inspiring about this DMI movement. It's not just about fixing a broken system. It's about building something entirely new, something that reflects our shared values of fairness, creativity, and human connection.
This conversation has been so eye-opening, and honestly, it's filled me with a sense of hope. It's easy to get discouraged by the state of the music industry, but knowing that there are people out there, artists and fans alike, who are actively working to create a better future.
Yeah.
Well, that's incredibly inspiring.
It is inspiring, and what's even more exciting is that this is just the beginning. We're still in the early stages of this movement.
Yeah.
Which means there's so much potential for innovation and growth.
It's like we're standing on the edge of a new frontier, and the possibilities are endless.
Precisely. And it's up to all of us,
Right.
artists, fans, and everyone in between, to explore that frontier, to push the boundaries, and to create a music industry that truly serves the music and the people who make it.
So to our listener out there, the one who's been on this journey with us today, what's the final takeaway? What's the one thing we want them to walk away with?
Believe in the power of music to change the world,
Mm.
and believe in your own power to be a part of that change.
Right.
Whether you're an artist, a fan, or simply someone who loves music, your voice matters.
Mm.
Your choices matter, and your actions can make a difference.
So go out there, explore those decentralized platforms, support those independent artists, and let's build a future where music thrives on a global network of empowered creators and passionate fans.
Mhm.
Imagine a world where music is free, fair, and accessible to all. That's the world we're fighting for, and together we can make it a reality.
That's a beautiful vision,
Yeah.
and I have a feeling our listener is already out there
Hmm.
making it happen.